Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and today, as you can tell by the title, I'm going to be talking about what to do when you're in a bad mood. Oftentimes it can be something that's specific that's happened, that's bothering you and you're just in a bad mood. Or sometimes it could literally just be something simple like you didn't have breakfast that morning and you're just feeling grumpy. There's a lot of things that can affect your mood, especially if you have mental health struggles. What I do if I'm feeling this way is I have a checklist that I go through in my head to figure out what it is that's possibly putting me in a bad mood. I'm gonna read you off my checklist, and these things are gonna seem kind of common sense and redundant, like nothing you've never heard before, but oftentimes it's a super simple solution that like you can do to change your mood for the rest of your day. So the first thing I ask myself is if I've drinking water that day. Oftentimes for me, if I'm at work, I haven't had water that day, I've had coffee. So then we have like a water dispenser. I'll go grab myself water. If I'm going to school, I'll make sure I always bring a water bottle with me. Everyone knows that water is super important for you to drink, and if you're dehydrated, it can definitely affect your mood. The second thing is I've asked myself if I've gotten enough sleep the night before, or if I've been getting enough sleep in general. If I haven't, I'll make sure my schedule's clear for that day and I won't make plans, and I'll get all my stuff done as soon as I walk in the door, eat dinner, make my lunch for the next day, throw on my pajamas, and like get into bed as soon as I can. If I feel like I'm still not gonna sleep that night, I will like pop a melatonin. If you've never taken melatonin before, know that if you're gonna be on your phone, on your computer, or watching TV, it's not gonna help you, so I would suggest taking it after you're done those things. Thirdly, I ask myself, have I eaten today yet, or have I eaten the last little bit? Like I said, if I don't eat breakfast, I will be grumpy. Or if I haven't eaten in a while, I'll be grumpy. I eat a lot. I always pack a lunch, but I always make sure to pack snacks for like in between, after breakfast, before lunch, after lunch, before supper, because I get hungry really easily. Also, a lot of the times at my work, people will bring in food and it's not always the best food. So I ask myself, like, what kind of food have I been eating lately? Because that definitely affects your mood. If it's all like comfort foods, I don't know about you, but for me, it makes me feel super lethargic. So also try to figure out maybe it's something just that you're lacking in what you're eating. I'll go grab veggies or fruit or something to fuel my body better. I ask myself also, have I moved lately? I don't want to call it exercise because sometimes exercise or going to the gym can make you feel overwhelmed because you feel like you need to prepare this like big workout and you have to go there for like an hour and a half or 2 hours. But literally if I'm feeling crappy, like I'll literally just get on the floor in my room and do like a quick like ab circuit or even just a few sit-ups or push-ups, and it'll make me feel like 100% better, even though it seems like it's like the smallest thing. Another thing I check with is if I've gotten outside lately or I've gotten sunlight. These things are super important. Whenever, me personally, I'm in nature, I just feel so much more like at peace or like calm. I don't know what it does, but it just makes me feel great. So if I haven't moved or gone outside, I'll typically like combine those things, and I'll make sure after work, after school, I try to go out for a walk with my dog or a friend or somebody else's dog I'll borrow. Another big thing for me is my alone time. If I've had a busy week or love my friends and my family, they bring me so much joy, but I'm someone who really like needs just me time and I need to recharge. Otherwise, I don't know, I just get like overwhelmed and I feel crappy. I need to just be alone for a bit. And lastly, if you figured out that it's not something physically you're lacking, but it's something that's bothering you, what I like to do is journal. And yes, it sounds really redundant, and of course you've heard of journaling before. I used to do it when I was 7. I don't know what I journaled about at 7 years old, but I had a little journal with a lock. Now what I probably the past year just started journaling. I find like when I'm stressed and I'm walking around with like all these thoughts in my head, all these like different stressors, you're not really like in the moment, even when you're going to class or going to work, and it definitely makes me irritated. When you first start journaling, it's very weird and like uncomfortable. You get used to it, and for a long time I was like, oh, that's dumb, like I'm not gonna journal, I don't understand why people do that. But like when you practice it, regularly, you like understand why it's so important to like just get that stuff out of your head. I mean, maybe that doesn't work for you, but it's done like wonders for me. I don't actually have a physical journal, so this way there's no chance of somebody finding it. I actually use Google Docs, and this way it's on my laptop and my phone, so even if I have like a 10-minute break between class and I just feel crappy, I can like go somewhere by myself, or no one knows what I'm doing. I'm sitting there just typing on my phone. It looks like I'm just texting. So yeah, and then I have it everywhere I go, whether I have my laptop or my phone. It's really convenient. So that's my checklist. All the things that I listed seem like really common sense, common knowledge, but you don't understand the importance of them unless you're actually putting them into regular practice like every day. I never did any of that stuff, and it really affected me. And when I practice everything regularly and I'm super mindful of the food I'm eating, how much water I'm drinking, if I'm moving, it really, like, I notice a huge difference. I just like, I'm better able to deal with everyday stressors when I'm doing these things. So these are some things that have helped me. Hopefully they've also helped you guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye.